In this video, I'm going to show you how to install a professional AI chatbot on your WordPress website for free. Make sure to grab your free AI installation link in the description below. So I'm currently on the Elfsight website and I'm going to install an AI chatbot on my WordPress website. So I'm scrolling down to this section and it says create your AI chatbot plugin, create the AI chatbot and add it to your WordPress website for free. And as you can see, there are multiple templates that I can choose from. I have e-commerce chatbot, healthcare chatbot, restaurant chatbot, real estate chatbot, hotel chatbot, and many more. So you'll have to go through this list and see exactly which chatbot is the one that best fits your website. I am going to install this AI chatbot on an education website. So I'm just going to choose AI education. And as you can see, it displays what the chatbot will look like on the right side. So now I'm going to hit continue with this template. And from here, I have reached the create AI agent window where I can insert a website and it will analyze it for me. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I've entered the URL of a website and I'm just going to hit analyze. And it's analyzing now. It's going to take a few moments and it's going to come back with more steps so that we can continue. And it says train your AI agent. To help your customers, the agent needs to learn from your data. Start by adding information sources. So my knowledge base will be my website pages, files, questions and answers, text blocks. So if I go into this section, web pages, I can see that it automatically adds the web pages from my website. For example, this one is my blog page. This other one here is my frequently asked question page, and so on. I'm just going to go back here and I'm going to go into files, and it says that I can add files and I can upload a file in PDF, TXT, JSON, and other formats. So what I'm going to do is to add a file. So I'm just going to open this window, and from this other window, I'm just going to drag this info file into this space here, and it's uploading the file. So I've uploaded my quick info file. I can upload other files. I'm going to go back and it shows that it has added this file. I can also open the questions and answers section and add common questions and answers. But in my case, I have already done that. On the web pages section, there is a page that includes 29 questions, and I can also add text blocks. So this says provide detailed information about your business, products and services, and multiple text blocks to organize knowledge by topics or category. So you can go through the configuration here and do just that. I'm going to hit back. Now I'm going to go down to the greetings section here, and you can see that it added in Spanish, hello, how can I help you today? And fair enough, because the website I have added is in Spanish. So it detected the language of the website and it automatically changed the message and the greetings to Spanish. So as you can see, I have added my homeschooling site and it changed the question. For example, how can I enroll my child? What are the costs of the program? Which curriculums do you suggest? And those are common questions that I usually get. So just by providing this information, it already detected what type of page I have and is now suggesting this greeting. So I can definitely edit this greeting or these quick replies. If I position my mouse over the dots, I can delete these quick replies and I can add quick replies. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to leave these quick replies. Next section is skills. And from here, I can add agent skills. And by default, it comes up with these two skills. Collect contacts. If I go into this skill, it says collect contacts, show a simple form to capture names, emails, or phone numbers from visitors. And it says when to show the contact form. Should it be after agent's first reply, or show optionally before the chat, or require before agent's answer? I'm just going to leave this option to after agent's first reply. And then the form fields are name, phone number, and email. So I'm just going to leave these options and I'm going to go back here. And this other skill is follow-up message. And it will send an automatic message after a set period of visitor inactivity. And here's where you can modify that message. And you can also modify the inactivity delay. So instead of 5 minutes, you can put 3 minutes or whatever time that you want. And from here, I'm going to go down to the theme option. And it does have several themes. It currently has the bright accent, which is this one here. And as you can see, it has also included the Homeschooling Forever name by default. But I can change to any one of these other themes like soft gray, deep dark, textured light. But I'm just going to stay with the default bright accent. I can also modify the colors depending on the color palettes that I use on my website. I'm just going to leave everything as default and go down to setting. And from here, I see that it got the Homeschooling Forever name from this first field. So I can modify that. And you can see that it added these letters. I'm just going to erase this and leave it as Homeschooling Forever. Profile picture. I can upload a profile picture, but I'm not going to do that now. I'm just going to hit done. Under placement and layouts, I have several options. For example, floating chat or embedded chat. I think I want to stay with the floating chat. Position, right or left. I'm just going to leave it on the right side. And the icon, I can also change this icon, which is the one that will appear on the lower corner. I'm just going to leave the default. Then these options here, start mode. By default, it enters with the greeting and suggested questions. I can change that to button only, which is this icon here, or open chat automatically. Let me just leave greeting and suggested questions. If I scroll down a little bit here, it says display timing. And I have two options, on page load or after delay. So I can choose after delay and the delay time will be 10 seconds. So I'm just going to leave this 10 seconds here. I'm going to go back in this other option, visibility, display on pages, all pages, or home page or specific page. I want it to show on all pages. And I can also hide on home page, specific pages, or none. So I'm just going to leave it to none. Go back, display on devices. I want it to display on all devices, that is mobile and desktop. I'm going to go back here. Next option is footer. And as I enable it, I see that I got this message here, which is this one that is here. And it's explaining the visitor that this is an artificial intelligent bot and that answers are automatic and may not be precise. So you can consider if you want to have that enabled or not. In this case, I'm going to disable it. Google Analytics, you can actually include Google Analytics here. I'm not going to do that on this video. You also have email notifications and language and regions. In language and regions, it automatically detected that my site was in Spanish, so it changed it to Spanish language. But as you can see, I have many languages here. And that was one of my concerns, whether or not it will detect my Spanish language website. And yeah, it did. So I'm just going to go back here. These are advanced options. So you can enter custom CSS or JS. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to hit add to website for free. And now it's prompting me to create an account to embed the code. It says to configure the AI chatbot and add it to your WordPress website for free. It says that your widget has been created. Sign up to embed the widget. So it's prompting me to create an account. At this point, I'll pause the video to create this account and I'll be back.
Before we continue, check the description below to grab your free AI chatbot installation link.
All right, so I've created my account and I have an option to publish it. So I'm just going to hit publish here. And it's telling me to pick a plan to install a widget. So it has several plans. Free, it says good for testing purposes. That's what I'm doing now. Basic, Pro, and Premium. So you can choose the one that you want. In this case, I'm going to try to stick with this free option. Just going to close this out here. And from here, you can see that I have just completed 2 out of 6 steps. That is 33% completed. And I have not yet installed the code on my website. So I can embed the code on my website, or I can request for help. And if I request for help, I guess they will let me know how to install it. For example, how to install the code on my WordPress site. And it says we have tutorials for WordPress here. Please take a look. So it's giving me some tutorials. So this article is to help you install the code on your website. So it has several ways to install. You can install via Teams. You can also install via Pages. You can also install via Theme Editor. So you can see which one of these options is best for you. I honestly use some of these methods, and the one that really worked for me was under the install via Pages section. So I did try this method, install via Theme Editor, and it explains that you should go to your theme files under the footer.php section and before the closing and insert the code. So let me show you exactly what I did. So back to L site, I'm going to copy my code, and it has been copied. And now I am going to WordPress and I'm going to install that code. It's pretty simple. So I'm here on my WordPress site, and I'm going to go down to the appearance section and theme file editor. And from here, I am going to locate the footer.php file. And before I continue, I just want to give you a quick disclaimer. In order for you to make changes on your theme file, it's recommended that you have a full backup of your website. So based on this information, it says that I should insert the code before the closing body tag and press the update file button. So I'm just going to locate the body tag on my website. And as you can see, the body tag is here. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to position my cursor right at the end of line number 34. I'm going to hit enter twice. I'm going to come back up to line 35, and I'm going to paste the code. And now I am going to hit update file, and it says file edited successfully. So now it's time to see if this really works. There is one additional step that should be included in these instructions, and I had to figure it out myself, and that is to clear cache. There are several ways to clear cache on your WordPress site. In my case, what I did is locate a plugin under the install plugins, and the name of that plugin is WP Rocket. So I went into the settings, and from the dashboard tab, I hit clear and preload cache. So what I'm going to do here is to open up my Homeschool and Forever website, and as you can see, it loads the chatbot on the left side, and it actually shows me, it tells me, obviously this information is in Spanish, but it tells me how can I help you, and it does display the questions that were previously configured. So I can touch any one of these. Let's say, for example, I am interested in knowing how I can enroll my child or my student in the school. So I touch that first question, and it's actually thinking, and it should come up with some information that was previously provided in the training. So as you can see, it's displaying the information there, and we can definitely say now that there is an AI chatbot working on this website.
So, as you can see, that is how you install a free AI chatbot on your WordPress website. But now, stay with me to watch more videos about WordPress chat solutions.